Welcome to Real Talk. We're your hosts,
I'm Rob.
and I'm Sarah. Please join us as we discuss the swinging life.
And we are back. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Today's episode is called Getting Started. I am joined with my lovely co host, Sarah.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so Sarah wanted to start out with a real quick message to our viewers.
I just wanted to thank all the subscribers and friends who viewed the first episode. We got a lot of positive feedback on it, and I just wanted to thank you all for your support. And we welcome any suggestions you might have to make the show better.
Well, thank you. Okay, so today we wanted to talk about the positives of the lifestyle. The last episode, we shared with you our experiences of just starting out, some of the mistakes we made, and really how we really started in the lifestyle. So we didn't want you guys to think that everything in the lifestyle is negative. We want to bring to light and make you aware that there is a lot of positives in the lifestyle.
We've met a lot of great people along the way. We have had some really great friendships come out of the lifestyle. And I will have to say, the people that we have met in the lifestyle are some of the friendliest and most giving people I've ever met. I have to say, we have had issues where we had a family issue, and we had friends in the lifestyle come and totally support us during that time. We also did a backyard edition, and we had people come from all the people that we knew come and help us with that edition, and they spent their time and effort, and it was for free. I mean, they really are the most giving people that I've run across.
Right. Okay, so what I want to do today is talk about websites, profiles, and different avenues to meet couples, single males, single females, and so on. Um, so, with that, before I jump into that, I do want to talk about when you're ready to pursue getting a profile. We left off with talking about ground rules, boundaries, and things like that. One of the things we really didn't talk about was when you approach your partner and introduce the thought of getting in the lifestyle and trying out swinging to see if it's right for you, your spouse may have a thought that might pop into their head of why do you want to sleep with somebody else? Am I not enough for you? And we want you to understand that it doesn't have anything to do with you not being enough for them. I think a lot of it enhances your sexual your sexual what's the word I'm looking for here?
It adds excitement. It makes your sex life better. Um, to me, and I did ask him that question when he approached me. I think the thing that people get confused about is that this isn't about romance. It's not about love. It's about sex. It's about enhancing what you already have. So, you being enough isn't even an issue because honestly, at the end of the night, your partner can't wait to get with you and sleep with you.
Right. And it's not they're trying to replace you with somebody else. It's like Sarah said, it enhances your sex life. I mean, you sit there and you think of all these scenarios in your head of seeing your partner with somebody else. It makes it so exciting. And I know when I've watched Sarah in some of these scenarios, I do get that. And then we go back, we go off into a room by ourselves, or we go home, and when we make love, you're playing that whole scenario back in your mind while you're having sex, and it's so exciting, and it charges you up because now knowing that your spouse was displeased by somebody else and you watched this whole thing going on and they watched you, you want to do that with them 100 times more than what you just witnessed, really. I guess is the way I would describe it anyway.
Um, for me, it just after we play with other people, we go back to each other, and that's where the romance and the excitement comes in. I mean, you get that kissing and cuddling, and yeah, you do get heavily turned on, but it's different after the fact. And I think to confuse the two, sex and you know romance and relationships, that'll if you can't separate that, then it will mess with you. But if you can put it in perspective and realize that it's not about a relationship with somebody else, it's
It's
just
sex.
sleeping with them.
Yeah, it's about the sex. It's the whole experience of trying things with other people to enhance your sex life. Is, I mean, that's just the best way I can explain it anyway, for me anyway.
And once you guys are able to get past that and discuss it, you'll then want to start into the lifestyle and meeting other people. And I, Rob is probably the best one to tell you about the websites because he does all the navigating and he's more computer savvy than I am.
Yes.
Uh,
So,
I
yeah, there's getting into the websites, there is so many platforms out there to get your profile up and running. I mean, you can have a profile up and running in 5 minutes. Uh, there, there are just so many of them. I mean, how do you choose which one? A lot of people don't just choose one; they choose multiple sites because the website and your profile is working for you. It's getting you exposed to thousands of people all over. You got to remember, there's people that travel from state to state for work, and they may be looking to meet a couple. Uh, there may be people in your neighborhood looking to meet. So having these having these multiple profiles up, let it work for you. Uh, some websites are better than others. Some are really hard to navigate. There's
and we'll help you with
yeah.
that to how to navigate. And also remember that when you have these multiple sites, you have a better chance of meeting other people. I mean, it's some sites are more popular in one city, and you might be on that site, and it might be another site might be popular in another city. So it's always good to be on multiple sites. Also, some of them you can get free membership to them, and some of them you do have to pay to subscribe to it. And Rob will let you know. We're going to go over some sites, and he'll let you know which ones are you can actually put a free profile up, and which ones you actually have to pay for a membership.
Right. If you want to be taken serious as being in the lifestyle and really interested in this, I would suggest paying for a membership. If you get on and you go out with a free membership, it shows others that have paid for the membership, it just shows them that you're not very serious. You're more of a tire kicker or something like that. Just looking around.
You know what though? I will have to say from a first time experience, people who are just getting into this, the free memberships, it is nice to join or get the free ones for the trial because it does allow you to see what the site's about. It also allows you to view the people that are on it.
Well, it's limited though.
It
If
is.
if you have a trial membership, you can't use all the features. Some of
And
them are a 15-day trial. You might not be able to email people. Uh, some of them won't allow you to view certain people's profiles because they might have a box mark checked that says, don't allow certified or non-paid members to contact you.
I will have to say, the swingers who have been in the lifestyle for a while don't necessarily take the trial members very seriously. A lot of the people that are, regulars on those sites, they tend to view somebody and go, oh, well, they're just a trial. And a lot of people who have trial memberships don't necessarily put any effort into filling it out. So
Right. And
they
we'll
just don't take you very seriously, and a lot, like you said, a lot of them will have you blocked.
Yeah, and we'll go over more with what to put in profiles to get you noticed. The first application, or we call them apps, that I want to talk about, you can get on your phone, you can get it on your computer. It's called Kick, and it's just KIK. Uh, you can download that from Google Play, put it on your phone, and the thing with Kick is you can have a couple profile, but it only allow one person to be logged in under that account. So you can't share it with your wife. You can share the picture as a profile, but you can have one profile and then your spouse needs to set up another one so you have your own. It won't allow you to jump back and forth. Uh, so you can go to Kick, download the app, set up a profile, and if you go into the settings, you can type in, for us, we're in Omaha, Nebraska, so we would just type in Omaha, and it's going to bring up 25 or 30 groups with the title of Omaha in it. Some of them are lifestyle meet and greets, just different names for these groups, and you can click to join and go into the group, and you'll be able to see, who is in that group. Most of the groups will ask you to live photo verify to make sure that you're real and it's just not some guy in a basement, playing on his phone, looking to talk to people. There's people on there that pretend that they're a couple or a female and it's really a guy. And then there's just guys on there that they're just looking for a real quick hookup. So that's some of the negative of that, and you might get people sending you naked photos. Usually it's guys. They figure they'll send you a quick dick pic, and that's going to entice you to want to talk to them. Which, in my experience, talking to a lot of the females in these groups, it's a huge turnoff, and they don't take these people serious. They don't even want to talk to them.
They on Kick, these people can personal message you. That's where you get a lot of these single gentlemen that'll get on there and want to chat with you.
I wouldn't even call them gentlemen, though.
Well, and most groups on Kick have a rule that if you want to private message somebody in the group, you need to ask their permission in the group before you are able to private message them.
And they'll still do it without asking.
Oh yeah.
And they'll usually get removed right away if you let one of the group admins know.
But basically, yes, that's a downside. But the positives about Kick is it's basically a chat forum where you can get in and talk to like-minded people. Also, a lot of these groups have meet and greets where, you can meet the people that you're actually talking to daily. And I will have to say, I loved Kick because that way, when we actually did meet these people in person, we felt like we knew them because we would talk to them every day. So it makes the first meetup with somebody you're interested in a lot easier because you talk to them all the time. So you at least know something about them before you meet them.
Yeah, and you can share photos with other people in the group. We've made a lot of great friends in the kick groups.
Mhm.
We see them every week. Heck, some of our best friends are in these groups. So, and we
And
would
we've
have,
met them through Kick.
yeah, we
So.
would have never met them
Mhm.
otherwise. That is a totally free program to use. It doesn't cost anything at all to sign up for Kick. The next site I'm going to talk about is called Swing Village. It's on the computer, and it's this www.swingvillage.com. That is a really good website. Some people complain about it.
And it's statewide too, is it not? It's all
Well,
50 states.
it's really Midwest. They have it's set up for anybody in the United States, but it's really a Midwest type of website. So Nebraska and Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, things like that. They have really good luck meeting people. You do get a trial membership on there, and then they have three options. You can get a 30-day membership, you can get a 6-month membership, and you can get a year membership. Uh, Depending on, if you're just starting out or if you're in this for the long haul, you can decide which, membership is going to be right for you. There's forums on there, and so there's areas where you can put in a thing that you're looking to meet somebody. There's areas in there for clubs and parties to be listed so you can see what's going on. And they do have a little forum wall where people can carry conversations on, and they
I
have a
ask
chat.
questions and
Right.
yeah.
Uh, some people don't like the site. For us, we love it. Um,
I think it was a navigation issue. They think
the
someone was trying
site
to
is kind of
navigate.
outdated. They haven't done anything with the site in I think 5 years. The owners of the site I think are having some health issues, so they really are focusing on their spouse and not so much on building the website. But it's not broken. The site works and it works really well. And if you want to meet people, there's really good people on that site. So I highly recommend, you check it out and look it over and get a profile on there. The next site I want to talk about is Swingtown, and that's www.swingtowns with an S.com. This site is okay. I, I I'm not I don't rank it up there as one of the high websites that I really like, but just because it seems like there's a lot of people on there that have free profiles. Now there are paid people on there, and those are the ones I take serious.
It's not a really well-known site either. So I mean,
Right.
there's not.
It seems like it's a lot of single guys that are just using it because they want to get laid quickly, and you'll be able to spot that once you start this. You could tell the guys that are overly aggressive in this because all they want to do is meet up with you quickly and sleep with you and move on. I don't take people like that very serious in the lifestyle.
Unless that's what you want.
Right.
I
Unless
mean,
unless
if that's what you're into.
yeah, if you're into a hit it and quit it type of thing real quick, then more power to you. But for us and a lot of people, there's so much more to swinging than just sex. There's so many benefits from the people that you meet, the friendships that you make, and things like that.
Yeah, and when you do meet people, you may not really want. I mean, you may not hook up with them. You may not want to sleep with them, but like he was saying, you can actually make some really good friends out of people. We have people that we don't play with, but are great friends.
Right. So the next website I want to talk about is called SLS, and it's
It's an up and coming
it's an
site.
upcoming site. Yeah, I'm really starting to like the site. It's becoming more popular. You can actually buy a lifetime membership on this one, and you don't have to pay anymore once you buy that. I don't know how much longer they're going to allow you to do it because once they hit a certain number, they're going to want to have monthly and yearly memberships. Now you can still do that, but we found the benefit of going ahead and buying a lifetime one. It just more than paid for itself right there. So we've been steering a lot of people to SLS. It's really easy to navigate. You can,
Much easier
yeah.
than Swing Village, yeah.
Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily say
From
it's
your phone,
well.
it's easier to navigate.
Yes and no. Um, but SLS is an upcoming site. I'm really enjoying it. So, check them out. And that one there, let me get the address for you. It's just swinglifestyle.com. And there again, they have uh, advertisements for cruises, profiles. There's a lot of stuff going on
There's
there, so you
chat
can see
rooms
it.
in
Yeah,
there and different groups, so.
right. Uh, the next one is Lifestyle Lounge. Now they've put some money behind their website, and it's it's a little difficult for us to navigate it. I think I'm not sure I really like how it's laid out, and that's more of a. It seems to me there's more use for that down south.
Yeah, that's another
Right.
thing we were saying about some of these sites are used more in certain states than others. For Omaha, it's usually Swing Village or
SLS.
SLS, yeah.
Yeah.
And then some of these other sites are more popular in another state. So I think with
Which side are you talking about?
the
Lifestyle Lounge?
yeah, Lifestyle Lounge, yeah. That one we've noticed is not really popular here in the Midwest, but it's could be popular in another state.
Right. So you can check these out, especially if you do a lot of traveling and you're going to different areas. So just because one site doesn't work for you where you're at right now doesn't mean that it won't work for you if you're in the line of work of where you travel. So, check them out, each one of them anyway. The next one I want to talk about is called C4P. And that one is couple foreplay, and there it's just www.club and then FORE play.com. That one, it's an okay site. Again, I think that one focuses more towards the East Coast and things like that. But again, it's another tool for you to have in your disposal if you want to do it. Uh, so definitely check each one of those sites out and look them over, and see which one's going to fit well for you, and you can decide from there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, and Sarah's going to jump in quite a bit here, is when you go ahead and elect to get that profile, what's your next step? You got your trial membership, or you just bought your membership. Now you're going to go ahead and fill in your profile, and she's going to give you some tips on what you really need to do there.
I think the first thing that when you fill out your profile, a lot of them ask for pictures or profile pictures. The one thing you want to do is always use a current photo. I've seen profiles where the photo is like 15 years old. Well, then when you meet that person in person, you're sitting there going, they look nothing like their profile, and you get highly disappointed. So please use recent pictures. The other thing, when you're filling out your profile, they'll ask you in a lot of these profiles what your preferences are, what you're looking for. Be honest on the profile. I mean, you know, people are going to have the same likes you do. So that's what you want to do. You want to meet people that are in the same, position that you're in, that into the same things you are. So be honest filling out the profile. Also, fill the profile out fully. People will not take you serious if your profile is not filled out all the way. They look at your profile, they want to read your profile because they want to know something about you. So make sure that you tell them all the information that you want them to know.
You don't have to give out personal
You know.
information, but you know, everybody doesn't have a perfect body style, but be honest, there's a lot of sexy people out there that doesn't have perfect bodies, and that's okay. You don't have to have a perfect body.
There's all different body types in this lifestyle. There's all different age ranges in this lifestyle. So when you fill it out, just be honest about yourself and what you're looking for. Also, with the pictures, I've noticed on a lot of profiles that if you're a couple, there's more pictures of the wife. And yes, the wife is sexy, and the guys always think, well, they don't want to see me. But if you're a couple and you are swinging and you are deciding you want to do a full swap, or you want to get together with another couple, they want to see the husband. The women want to see the husband too. We want to
Right.
make sure that we're interested in the husband as well as the wife.
And not just a dick pic.
No,
Make sure. I mean, I've seen a lot of profiles, and yeah, there's a picture of the husband there, but it's just of his dick. The dick is not going to work for you. Yes, you're going to eventually get to that when you meet them, but that's not an attraction thing for women. I you
we
know,
want face pics, and a lot of people don't want to post them because they don't want to
whatever
expose themselves.
reason, whatever reason. But you have to, and in these sites here too, I forgot to mention, you can make your
Some of these
pictures on there.
profiles,
You can make those private
yes,
and just share them with,
the people
certain
you just
people.
want to.
Yeah. So it's not like you can leave these up and every single person's going to be able to see those. You
No.
can make them private, and then if somebody catches your eye and you're interested, you can say, "Hey, I'd like to share my photos with you," and they'll say, "Sure," or "No, thank you, we're not interested." But use more than just a penis picture,
Yeah.
because the ladies want to see you. The penis is just something extra that they're going to see later if they're interested in you. But you want
The
to,
face and stuff will attract us
right?
first.
You can't just show up with a cock and say, "Here I am."
Also, when you get your profile set up and you do have people sending you requests, wanting to chat with you, make sure you do actually chat with them. Kind of get to know them a little bit before you decide that you're going to meet them. Um, that way, if it doesn't work out, then you don't have to go through an awkward moment of meeting these people in person and then look at each other going, oh, heck no, this is not happening. So make sure that you chat with them a little bit before you meet them. And it's up to you how long you want to chat with them, but at least carry on conversations with these people before you meet them.
And don't be surprised. You may show up in person and talk to a couple, and you might not click. It's going to happen.
It it has.
You're not going to click with every single
No.
couple you meet, and that's okay. But you can still make a friend out of it. Just because you don't end up sleeping with them, it might be your personality doesn't mix with theirs, or it could be just a number of things. So.
And the other thing, don't go in when you meet people with unrealistic expectations. I mean, just because you meet with somebody does not mean you're going to have sex with them that night. A lot of people like to meet people, get to know them first before they'll ever play with them. So don't go with an expectation of, hey, we've met this couple, let's do this. It doesn't always work out that way. I mean, sometimes it does, but for the most part, people generally want to get to know you before they'll play with you.
Right. And then you may meet a couple that they want to date for a while before anything, and that might not be what you're looking for. There are couples out there that they just want to go to dinner every week with somebody and
And play with the same couple over and over
right.
again.
Or, it may take them a while before they're ready to sleep with you.
It's true.
I've talked to people before where they go, I really don't want to go out to dinner with people because what if I run into friends? How am I supposed to explain this couple that I'm sitting here with to my friends? Because not everybody's going to know that they're in the lifestyle. So those are things to take in consideration too. Uh, so we'll give you some ideas later on places you can go on, if you're looking to date somebody, we'll give you some ideas on places you can go where you don't have to worry about things like that happening, if that's something you're into, though. So with that, I think what I wanted to talk about next was I want to play a little game with you guys here, and it's called Who is a Swinger, and Can You Pick Them Out? So a lot of people have this expectation in their mind of who a swinger is, but you'd be really surprised how many people are in the lifestyle and you would never know it. You could have a neighbor living next door to you and they could be in the lifestyle. Uh, Doctors, lawyers, there's so many people nowadays in the lifestyle that have professional careers, uh, white collar, blue collar.
They come from all walks of
Yeah,
life.
really.
And
Teachers,
yeah.
judges, you name it. Uh, there's people. We've heard of clubs where actors go to down south, and musicians that are you know famous. So don't count out people, and you'd be surprised. You go to some of these places where they have parties, and you'll walk in, and you may walk into them and go, "Oh my God, I had no idea." So
and that's another fear of people who first get into the swing lifestyle. Well, what if I meet somebody I know? What if I'm at a place and somebody I know is at the same place? And
and it's
this
gonna
pertains
happen.
more to like when you go to the swinger parties or clubs, stuff like that. Um, and I've known people that it has happened to. And you got to realize they're there for the same thing you are. So the chances of them outing you or bringing it up in inappropriate times is probably not going to happen because you're
Right.
both there for the same thing. If they out you, you can out them. So basically, you just go on, like it was before.
Right. What happens
Unless
if
you
these
want to discuss that with them or you don't. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, and chances are they probably don't want to discuss it either.
Yeah, so if you do run into somebody, and we'll get into these more on the next episode, but if you run into somebody they're there for the same exact reason you are. So you have two choices. You can either go up and say, "Hello, I had no idea," or you can just kind of give them a quick glance and go off and talk to other people. You're not going to talk about it when you leave. You're not going to go up to other people that you know and go, "Oh my God, did you know so and so is in the lifestyle?" Because they're going to turn around and go, "Well, how do you know?" And then you're going to have to say, "Well, I was at this place last night, and guess who I saw there?" It's not going to happen. Um, Most people are very classy, so they have the mentality, what happens at clubs stays at the club.
Clubs, parties,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So, I wouldn't worry about things like that. How you handle it is completely up to you. If it happened to me, and it has happened to me, I'd just go up and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Or there's been times I've just kind of glanced over at them, kind of nodded at them, and went off and did my own thing, and nothing ever was mentioned. So don't worry about it. It's the best advice I can give. Um, so, man, I gotta quit saying so much. I'm nervous doing these, and I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable. So I'm catching myself saying things over and over that I need to work on. So I apologize if I say so 50,000 times, but I promise I'm gonna work on it and get better with that.
And we welcome any emails or suggestions you guys have about the show. We really need feedback, so, you know, like I
You're saying it now.
yeah. Um, we would love you guys to tell us how we can improve the show, or if you have a question, we will address all questions we get at the very beginning of the next show. So every week we do these, we'll address all your questions.
And you can email us ourplaceomaha@gmail.com and just ask whatever you like, leave any feedback or anything like that, and on the next show, like Sarah said, we'll answer your questions. I know I have some listeners out there that are thinking of some questions right now. They just haven't picked the perfect question yet, but I know they are working on those. So there I go again. But yeah, go ahead and send any questions in. It's just ourplaceomaha@gmail.com. And with that, we're going to go ahead and talk about our sponsor. We are sponsored by Our Place. It is a lifestyle venue located in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a very happening place. You can go to the website www.ourplaceomaha.com. It's very informative. It shows you all the events they have coming up. They're
And
open.
how to get in.
Yeah, they're there every Friday and Saturday night. Great bunch of people that get together there, and it's a really good atmosphere. So check
And
them
we
out.
highly recommend it for the Midwest people who are first timers, because
Right.
it is a really low key, low pressure place to go.
Right. And I also want to give a shout out. We have a lot of people that we see that are always asking, where can I get sexy outfits to wear to these places? So I want to give a shout out to yandy.com, and that's Yandy with a Y. I know Sarah, she buys a lot
I
of.
bought a lot of clothes from
Right. Good thing
Yeah.
I make some decent money because she buys a lot of stuff, and
And they're decently priced, and
they
the
are.
outfits are really cute. And when they do clearance stuff, you can get club wear for under $20. Real cute stuff.
Their shipping is really quick too. You can
Yeah.
usually get it to you within 3 days. They have costumes for theme parties.
Yeah.
They have lingerie, sexy dresses, club wear, you name it, they have it. So check them out.
Well, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Um, and we will be seeing you on our next episode. So keep watching us for next time for more great info about the lifestyle.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there and like these videos. And also be sure to share the videos and tell other people about it so we can get this information out to them. The more people we got listening and watching to these, the better it is for everybody. And yeah, we're just here to try to help people navigate along and get some good information and learn about the lifestyle, and hopefully we make more friends that way. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Have a great night, guys. Thanks.
And we'll see you next time.